Please hold as I, as quickly as possible, try to make my webcam not a piece of crap from the power going out. Oh my god, I got it working, I think. Holy crap. Let me get the oh no. I'm monitoring my own stream through my thing. Oh god. No, I can't listen to myself. This was the ordeal of a century just to get a stream started. Jeezums. I'm sorry for scaring anyone. Oxygen concentrator has a backup battery. But I was trying to charge it as soon as the AC came on because it's easier to breathe and it gets a lot harder to breathe once you once the humidity starts going up. So I guess since we're gonna have to cut the stream in two probably because the goal for what I'm going for is egregiously high. So I'm just gonna marathon this shit. Like I had to come to a pimp decision because I got bills to pay, but I can't work without doing this first. So I'm just gonna doing everything. Big props to Vamp, by the way, in the background, going off and giving me the Elgato teleprompter. So so that making videos where I can talk to you guys with eye contact while planning what I'm actually saying in advance as if I'm a really good anything. Oh yeah, the description below. Because right in the description below, if it is right now anything that has to do with super chats and right now, that money is dead to me at the moment. I guess I should Streamlabs works it, but like if you go through YouTube, you will help out paychecks in the future. They'll take forever to even pay me. I'm trying to make sure everything. I ran myself into the ground trying to do everything. This is pitiful. I'm sorry. My power went out 30 minutes before the stream started. Like, this is the first stream I've scheduled the day before in months. And and it's just like, nope. How so we gotta get me more oxygen. Okay, I'm coming on camera. Let's talk. I don't like hiding behind all of this. Okay. I should put this all in the description. Did I beat all the games already? No. In fact, I haven't even started. So, I will do my best to describe what's going on. I even got my webcam fixed. It's 90% fixed. It's not flickering. The Razer Kiyo Pro that I've been using at least gives a clear image, but it doesn't. Like it was flickering and everything before. We'll get back to the family rants. Thank you. So, I should put this in the description. I'm going to try to type it up as cohesively and coherently as possible real quick here. So, as people start, let me try to describe how this is going. Like, what's happening here. Because I might as well, you guys deserve an explanation for why I'm about to play. And we're going to have to split it up. There's no way I can do it all in one shot. Well, I'm going to play Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 until that bar over there is met, but we can't use super chats to do it. You can use a super chat. You'll be supporting my career, but I like the description for Streamlabs. I can actually get that immediately type deal. So let me explain for later, for when people start calling me a griefer, because I'm not. And I don't know what to put in the description of the video quite yet. If you, other than if you use Streamlabs to help out, it fills the bar and lets me have access to the funds to buy the oxygen concentrator immediately. I'd love to breathe immediately. So I'm gonna still make. I'm gonna say hi to everyone. Let me put the spiel out there. What's going on? Because I never got to say. In a members only anything. What's actually happening to me? What's going on? I got to say something, but now I'm going on a spree. Resident Evil 2. I'm gonna do one scenario. We're about to vote whether I have to do Leon A or B. God, having a vote for that, if I have to be, I cannot do Claire B right now. If we're gonna do Leon A, Claire A, or Leon B, and then I'm gonna go off and do it. We're gonna just keep going until it happens. So here's the. Thank you so much, Marky. Everything is popping up twice on my end. I hope that does not continue. I wonder if it alerts twice.
I got 1, I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? 5 in the fishnets. 5 in the fishnets. Can I get a 5 in the fishnets? Can I get a 5 in the fishnets? Words I didn't think I'd ever say.
Will help fill up the bar. I should put that.
Can I mention ever again?
Real quick. So this. Thank you, Marky. Does it play all alerts now twice? No, I'm just seeing them twice. Okay, so I should put it in the little thing in the corner. That little thing. I would have done all of this, but my power's been out. Like the stream was supposed to be earlier. The power has been out. So I'll say super chats are appreciated, but ... only Streamlabs link in the description. Fill the bar. Okay, hopefully. Can I spell the word description? Oh, I tried to spell it without an S. Wow, or without an R. Description. Okay. Now that I've got everything going, let me just warn that at some point here, yeah, I am desperately wanting to go back to making sure that we're getting like charities taken care of here soon. This is a charity channel. I started this off as after my brother died. Like 50% of everything that came into the charity channel was first going to the American Brain Tumor Association. But let's not get me sidetracked, because also I don't have the air to get sidetracked. I'm gonna use the teleprompter that Vamp sent me. Everyone hashtag Vamp one more time. Vamp sent me the teleprompter that would most easily let me just extend my screen. And if I can figure out how to get it to work with this, it'll actually fit here. So I can actually see the chat while I play the game and look at the webcam. So like I can look at you, and then you're trying to talk to me as I'm talking to you, and I read what you say in real time. That's cool, right? That. And also I've already got a couch picked out. I've already got a background picked out, a solid white, like a gray couch with a white wall behind it. like the most stereotypical, like it looks like I'm going to just, I'm about to make a big apology video, but think more Matt Pat sitting on the couch without all the decorations. I'm just going to make it plain for things like this. So how do I go about explaining this? This is the situation I'm in. For those of you who haven't noticed yet, I've been trying to hide and downplay that there's a nasal cannula that I've had for at least, what, we're on week 3, 4? I've been trying to hide that I need supplemental oxygen. Now, it's become more audible because I have a different unit right now. And I need to take that pin notice down of, like, I know on leg or whatever. Remove. So there we go.
I'm gonna let you in on a little-known secret of comedy.
Thank you, Crazy
Bad
Cootie.
things aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Come on.
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Come on, Cohagen. Give Darkness air.
Cohagen. So, thank you, everyone. Hashtag Crazy Cootie over there. So, to just explain why we're doing the marathon, I would love to say it's like to pay my bills. I'm a month behind on bills. That's just me doing my job. Me putting out more videos and more content. I need to do. That's my job. Like, it's really weird having to ask for help when I haven't been doing my technical job. The catch-22 is I need to breathe. My job is very air intensive, as in you have to have it to speak it with it. Here's what happened. So everything in my life is going to crap. As a long story very short, I just picked my dad up from the hospital again yesterday. My dad was home a grand total of 24 hours after having been gone at a hospital and then at subacute rehab for 5 weeks. My dad's 77 years old and broke more of his lower back, and the doctors basically didn't catch it was his broken back. So with the doctors not catching that it was his lower back, I had to show up to the hospital to advocate for my dad for them to check his lower back. That was at the very beginning of August. The very beginning of August, I showed up to the hospital and advocated. I showed up with a friend that is actually in the medical industry to advocate on my dad's behalf that we needed a back x-ray and MRI because the symptoms he had were not indicative of the UTI they said he had. The symptoms he had were indicative of he broke his back. Well, you know, as soon as I show up, the original doctor on the case just leaves. I'm going to pause alerts for a second. Thank you. I appreciate that. Larissa and everything. So, I gotta make this concise. This is why I need a teleprompter. So when I went there, the doctor on the case changed and immediately got the order in for my dad's back x-ray, in which case they found out it was a broken back, L4, L5. And so my dad had kyphoplasty. My dad's had kyphoplasty once before back in last November, early December of 2023. It's a procedure where they basically stick a balloon in your spine, they blow it up, they put bone cement in, and hopefully that restructures the bone to be strong. Okay, that's exactly what happened. That's what I knew needed to happen. I don't regret a single bit that I showed up and advocated on my dad's behalf. I do not regret that. Because my dad needed help, and he just needed help. Here's where the avalanche of issues from my end start and why I need you guys' help, not only with paying bills, but that's not today's stream. Just oxygen. Okay, let's talk about it. When I was there, I caught the big C again. I got the big C. For those of you who have been here just over 4 years, the first time I got it, I had a marathon of, I thought I was going to show the world how to try to be responsible if you catch the big C in the middle of a pandemic. So I decided that I was going to start a stream, that my son had just been somewhere where he could potentially be exposed. And we were going to quarantine for 10 days in-house, And I was going to just do day 1, day 2, like up to day 10. Or I think back then the recommendation was 14 days. And we were just going to do a stream every day where we're just counting down the days of being bored that, like, we can't go anywhere and do anything, right? I believe it was day 3 or 4 of that stream that I popped positive for COVID. Oh, I already said the C word. Sorry, YouTube. I said the big bad word, but that's what I got. So, 4.5 years ago, I have a whole thing of streams I did. I got really bad for anyone who was there. To the point that near day 63 or day 68, we started off with me coughing up blood. By 2 months in, I had to go to urgent care with a bundle of medications and a bundle of treatment saying if this doesn't work in 24 hours, you need to be in the hospital on a ventilator type deal. In all of that, I have been checked over. I've been to my doctor, been referred to cardio, been referred to pulmonary, been referred to I've had the respiratory therapist there and the oxygen, whatever, to try to. Well, we knew back then that my lung was borked, but I was sustaining on my own, just barely teetering on the line of all of those tests of saying I could do without supplemental oxygen. Here was the catch. The estimate was that one half of my right lung would in effect not work properly from then on out. That, you know, and we're in the middle of a pandemic when that happened, right? 4+ years ago. So it was, I could do okay, and oxygen concentrators, oxygen tanks, ventilators, they were all on short supply. Anyone who could get by, they just kind of wrote off. I could get by. I retained full functionality of 2/3 of my right lung instead of half like they predicted. Fast forward to now, where I have been told more than once that the bottom third of my right lung is just something that would make me more prone to infection because the alveolar sacs are not being able to inflate all the way. They're not. I keep saying online that it is. I keep using a term that everyone atrophied. Technically, my right lung isn't atrophied because if it was atrophied, I probably on average would have died 3 months after that. It's more like the idea between a grape and a raisin. Technically, a raisin could expand and get more juice inside, but it's gonna break. And technically, you can squeeze a grape and get juice out of it, but like it's a raisin for a reason. Like you already got all of it out of it. It's not the grape it once was. So the bottom third of my right lung is more like a bunch of raisins when there's supposed to be a bunch of grapes. It's a really simplified explanation of getting from your bronchial tree to your alveolar tubes to your alveoli. Yeah, we just skipped right over that in physiology, didn't we, in anatomy? So that's how I've lived for the past 4 years, believing that if I just push myself, try to jog, try to do anything I can, that I just have to learn how to sing, how to be on YouTube, and how to just live in general, jog, go back on jogs again, not having full functionality of my right lung. It felt very weird. People who have been here before probably heard me very much. It got into complaint territory because it was me being very, very upset. Also, for you guys that were here for the first time I had the big C back in 2020, I don't remember any of the games we played back then. So we're probably gonna have to re-go through all of them. Here's my honest thing. I don't remember the wheel situation. That's when I was on Big C as well. So we're going to be playing more Code Veronica again. I'm going to be going through it and recording it for everyone to have it. So Code Veronica is coming back up. Dead Aim, I think, was on it. Something else. We played like 3 Resident Evil games that I don't remember playing. But luckily, I played Code Veronica. Oh, we played Dino Crisis. I didn't remember. Cool. So I'm talking fast because I know it's weird the situation that's at hand. Fast forward to now. I went and advocated for my dad at the hospital at the beginning of August. We're now halfway through September. I caught the big C again. This time though, and since 4 years ago, I've caught it 3 times. But I've been up on my vaccinations and everything like that. And so, like, 4 times. 3 times. I've caught it a few times. It's never actually hit me as hard as the first time. But, you know, that's why you actually go and get the whole shot in your arm thing. This time, it actually took me down again, a peg. As in, I am a little worse off now than I was 4 years ago when it decided to just wreck my right lung. And then my dad's in the hospital, and then to speak plainly, I very much respect my ex-father-in-law and still communicate with him. He's on his deathbed still. I have no idea how he's still alive. My son is in the living room. I've had my son continuously for the last 3 weeks because his mom has been with her dad by his side as he dies. But by all metrics, he should have died within 72 hours of going into DKA. And then when his pulse ox stopped being able to show a pulse ox, he should have died within a day to two of that happening. That's like your big medical sign that someone's, and he's still going. So like there's like, I would still consider him family. I know I divorced my ex, but I did not necessarily divorce people that like I care about. I really care about this man, which is a whole different video subject and everything. So the other half of the parenting situation has been gone. And then my dad has issues that he goes to, I get him to rehab. I pick him up within 24 hours. He's back at the hospital. Yesterday, I picked him back up and took him back home. They need help at home. My son needs a dad, and just everything is, and then I know that my ex, who I have 50-50 custody with, can't step in probably even more because this 3 days before her dad went to the hospital while he began the process of dying, her grandfather went to the hospital. So anyone that can help me with being a dad is just MIA. I'm a single dad that does not have a job that's conducive to all that. So I caught the big C. Let's fast forward so we can get to playing games, right? I want to play the games. Here's why we're here for an oxygen concentrator. I'm going to have to stop the stream to go do physical therapy at some point, and then I'm going to come back to the stream, okay? That's how this is going to work. Because I'm not giving up. I'm going to run out of air before I run out of determination to get this done. This is what's happening. After I got again, my lungs were doing even worse. After consulting and looking through options, the idea that I need oxygen therapy was an issue. That for me to get better, it's not about, let me get this out of the way. Oxygen doesn't heal a lung like that. It's not healing it. It's making a situation to where instead of the idea that I'm going to have 6 weeks, or rather 6 months like I did last time, for everyone that remembered, I got put on my back pretty long. Instead of like 6 months to feel like I am up for even going on a simple walk. It's the idea that in 6 weeks I can be up for like possibly like doing more. It helps the process of healing. It doesn't fix anything. You know what I also learned now that I'm having to go through this? It got taught to me a little late that when you start oxygen therapy and you start pushing your body on like things like a treadmill or weights or walking outside or anything like that, when you start pushing your body to use your lung, doing breath exercises 3 times a day, for 20 minutes per day, and doing all these things, your body needs the oxygen also not to just do it, but to also heal. Any respiratory therapist could have told you that. My stupid brain forgot that was going to be the case. So I started getting really frustrated, and I was not here with you guys because I was too busy trying to stay upright on a treadmill. Full disclaimer, the first week I was on the treadmill trying to do all this, I was in complete tears because it feels like I'm drowning. Trying to get my lung to work feels like drowning. Cool. It's not cool. It's not fun. Well, why is that bar there? I am on this machine, like most machines that you'll ever find as loaners or anything. I saw someone said rent to own for oxygen. That's not in the question for me. Here's how it's going. I need oxygen. And it's not just for 6 weeks of therapy. The whole idea is in 6 weeks, I'm healed to the point I would be possibly in 6 months' time. The whole point is that I need oxygen longer than that, actually. I actually need it longer to be able to continue getting better and better because we got to find out something that I never saw coming. My right lung is getting better. Doctors were wrong. With oxygen, I mean, I get what happened 4 years ago with the big pandemic. If you could breathe on your own, you need to breathe on your own. They were dead wrong. My right lung can actually start getting better and expand. It actually can start recovering. I needed oxygen therapy a long time ago. Here's the double-edged sword to that. That means recovery takes longer and everything's longer and everything just sucks. Just everything sucks so bad. because it just means everything takes more time. So for right now, I have a loaner oxygen concentrator. I had a big chonker a few ago, and now I'm using this thing. You hear it hum? You hear that hum? It is so annoying. It's more annoying than every time you hear me take a breath. It's not me sniffling. It is the thing giving me a puff of oxygen. See this? I am like the next door neighbor right now doing like lawn care while you're trying to sleep in. That is what this particular unit sounds like. So that is an oxygen concentrator meant to be portable. It means I can do things. It's on loan because there is a huge issue. I need surgery for my abdomen as well. So maybe I should have mentioned to anyone who didn't know. 2 years ago, I got an epigastric herniation. Unlike the normal herniations you get, yeah, they really suck. For about 2 years worth of time, to put it in perspective for anyone who has had a kidney stone, I would rate what I've been going through as, for every day for 2 years time, about just over half the pain of a kidney stone. Every day. And it really sucks. But I've just been going about my life, trying to get everything together, trying to take care of my parents, trying to do everything. I need surgery for that. Now I'm finally actually doing a stream to try to ask you guys because I need to get better. I've got two conflicting problems. When I'm on a treadmill, my guts are falling out. And now we've figured out that the estimate for how long my abdomen has to hold together is limited. I have a second herniation now, higher up. My abdomen is actually more or less not just split 2 inches, 3 inches now-ish, from about where my belly button is, which would make you think that it's an umbilical herniation. You do have 5 stars. And thank you, Christopher Akuna Matata. I really appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to play alerts in just a second. So instead of just having this herniation where I keep stuffing in my guts and fat and tissue and everything, instead of having just this, it started off as just over 1 inch and now it's up about 3. I have another one here. And that's where it gets dangerous. Because now it means that my abdominal wall down the center is actually splitting open. And that the doctor was correct. I'm on borrowed time to go get surgery. Like, we're on really borrowed time for that. So I've got 2 conflicting issues. I need to be able to go under anesthesia and get surgery, hopefully, in the next month. I also need to have clearance from anesthesiology that I'm good enough for that, but my lung got wrecked again. Now you're starting to see, like, this all just... This snowballed. So we're here because if in the thumbnail you saw, there is a portable oxygen concentrator in the thumbnail. That's literally the one that I'm trying to shoot for. If the power hadn't even just gone out today, I would say our sub goal is 400, because my insurance will cover me renting, and they won't cover me renting to own. And no company will, with what I'm going through, cover me renting to own. They will cover me renting a portable oxygen concentrator and an oxygen concentrator and all that jazz. For me to get better. They will, that's, you know, you go to respiratory, you go to everything else. The cost for that is $80 a month. And then I need physical therapy. Once I get their everything and then go through their regimen, my physical therapy is going to be about $45 a week. And that's going to extend itself into forever, basically. And so, you know, that adds up real fast. Really fast. $80 a month for me to have oxygen, plus $45 a week to have therapy. That's so fun. So, compared to game volume, I can fix that. Though I didn't think the game volume was all that low. Anyway, we're doing this because, yes, I can go and buy a portable air concentrator. The unit you see in the thumbnail, I was gonna settle. I'm settling for refurbished. We are going for refurbished, not new. Refurbished units cost a fraction of the cost of new ones. I can't afford new. We can't afford new. New's not happening. even in the thumbnail, that unit is $4,000. But since there's a lot of oxygen-dependent patients coming off of air, because some people are recovering, there's a lot of things, a lot of turnaround. There's a lot of refurbished units that have hit the market that the prescriptions required to have the oxygen, everything. I got all that lined up. It's just now the money. And I was going to have a sub goal of $400. That there's another unit that's stationary. It can't go anywhere. It has no backup battery. But at least it's continuous air. I'm struggling with this. This unit that I'm using to breathe delivers air in pulses. So it detects when you start breathing in and gives you a pulse of air. That's why it sounds like I'm sniffling all the time. And it can run 24/7. My dad just had to use it coming home from the hospital. My dad and I both know the problem of pulse delivery for oxygen. You can't catch your breath. You just can't. You can't. I've now backtracked. I had to give back the unit that I had that had continuous oxygen, and I've been stuck with this unit right now, and I can't anymore. I just can't. I can't deal with this, and I can't deal with the idea that I consistently feel like I can't breathe. Once you lose your air on a pulse delivery system, it truly feels like you can never catch your breath again when you're on oxygen therapy of any sort. It feels like you just can't. Now breathing is a commodity, and your body can't afford it because this son of a bitch won't pump the air fast enough. It's portable. That's your upside. You can actually drive. I can now drive with this unit and go from like point A to point B. I can actually drive myself to physical therapy. You know what I can't do? Physical therapy. Like I've now backtracked with my physical therapy of getting better. It's now stagnated. My lung is no longer expanding. I can't do breath exercises without consistent air. And insurance would like to charge me a lot of money for it. And since I'm an acute case, here's the deal with acute cases. They have you rent it, and since it's acute, you stop soon. Well, they're going to have me rent it for a few months here. Our sub goal, I was going to make two goals. The sub goal was going to be $400 for a refurbished unit like the one I had when you guys first saw me show up with the nasal cannula. I think since it's stationary and has no battery backup, it's like $1,000 new, maybe a little higher, depending on where you have to go to get your unit. And refurbished, thank you so much, Chris Red. I appreciate that so much. And I gotta play the game. We lost so much time for me losing power. I was going to just say, hey, let's just go get that unit. Once I get that unit, I'd be returning this unit, and I'd just be dealing with that idea, right? So that's just what's going to happen. It just, like, as a realization that returning this unit, once I buy my own unit that doesn't cost me $1 bajillion a month, would do everything. Okay. Hungry Kitty, thank you so much. So much. Everyone hashtag Hungry Kitty Kellen. Thank you. I gotta play the games. We got a marathon before you guys actually do anything more. Because I have to feel like I earn this. I have to feel like I earn it. Thank you so much. Here's the deal. My power just went out. We were supposed to do this stream starting at 12:15. It is now 3 hours, 15 minutes later than that because my power was out for hours. Not 4 hours, for a few hours. It went out. And now I see the big folly of me being like, we're just going to do like a $400 unit. That's all we're going to do. I'm just going to ask you guys to help me raise money to get a refurbished $400 unit like I had. It weighs 38 pounds. I will cart a 38-pound unit back and forth to physical therapy. It's not mobile at all, but at least it's constant oxygen. And all this other stuff. When the power just went out, screw that. I upped it to the actual cost for me to get the unit that I actually want shipped that's in the thumbnail. That unit has a backup battery in it. And now the power going out just scared me shitless. I cannot tell you how scary it is to realize you need oxygen to breathe. The more humid it gets in the house, the harder it's to breathe. And then your power goes out and you don't actually have any backup oxygen on hand. Because I left the backup oxygen tank with my dad after he got released from subacute rehab. The oxygen tank I have in the kitchen is empty. Realizing that you don't have oxygen, the idea of that being, it got real scary real fast. The idea that I would need oxygen while I'm going through this, and if it gets bad enough, believe me, I will begin the process of drowning in my own body for real. My lungs will start going up with fluid, and eventually I'll just hopefully be awake. Otherwise, hopefully I wake up. Otherwise, I just asphyxiate to death. That's the last thing. That's probably one. But I mean, that's okay. My power just went out for like over. It went out for long enough to scare the bejesus out of me. So that bar is for the idea of I can't do that. I can't do that anxiety again, because I had to use one of my backup batteries to make sure that unit kept running, because that unit was starting to run out of power for me to breathe. And that just got scary real damn fast. That when the power was out, it means that when this is also out of power, I just don't breathe. But it's also the realization that if this wasn't pulse ox right now, maybe it sucks for doing rehab. But if this unit didn't exist, this would have gone really, really bad. So that's where we are right now. That's what the goal is. The thumbnail has the real unit. It's refurbished. And get this. It's the only unit on the market that lets you have portable, continuous oxygen, not just breath severe oxygen. It lets you have continuous oxygen on battery power up to a 3 liter per minute limit. And so that means, and plugged in, it can go up to 5 liters per minute. And my prescription only has me set up for up to 3 liters per minute. So that works out perfectly. So it works. Everything works perfectly for me getting that unit. And it also means one last thing. Once I get better, I can take my dad to the mountains one last time. My dad is not doing well healthy right now. He's also oxygen independent for the rest of his life. That unit, since it's portable, I can actually get him to the mountains. We can go to our favorite place that's up toward Gatlinburg, but not quite there. And we can actually have another vacation before he dies. So that's why that unit on all fronts is just great. Once I don't need it, I can let my dad use it, but I'm gonna need it for months on end. Do you also use it when you're asleep? Yes. Yep. Thank you, Andrew. I'm gonna unpause it now. We're gonna play games. We're gonna marathon. I'm gonna go do physical therapy, and then I'm gonna marathon again. Yeah, I hope we can do it too, because my dad's not gonna live too much longer, but I want to give him one last vacation. I do mean one last vacation. If I can give him up there, it's probably the last time he'll be able to get back and forth. My dad's not gonna. I mean, in his current situation, my dad living another 3 years is probably what I expect. So I'd like my dad through all of this to be healthy enough to, with this unit, after I don't need it, like on a constant basis where I'm no longer having to sleep with it all the time, and that I can like drive and my dad and I can be oxygen buddies, where like I just need to get a breath of oxygen, because this is going to be a months-long process. And because I'm an acute case that would need an oxygen concentrator, the insurance company want to charge me $80 a month when the unit refurbished costs $1,000, and the other unit that you wanted to saddle me with costs $400. 5 months worth, and I can just buy the thing instead of getting it through insurance. Yeah, one more vacation with my dad. But that's way off. I just need to be able to. This is the week I was supposed to start also weight training, resistance weight training. No. I'm not doing that. Not with what I've got for oxygen. Yes, I have to sleep with oxygen. I've been, for the last over a month now, sleeping with oxygen. I need to transition to an APAP that I've got. Sadly enough, my brother, who died 8.5 years ago, saved my butt on that cost. He really saved my butt on that. Because since my brother passed away needing his own CPAP, he got an APAP. An APAP changes for you automatically based on how much. I have to transition from needing constant oxygen to sleeping with a CPAP to keep everything open, to probably having to wear the CPAP for the next year or so, half year. I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a long process. And in all of this, in the next month, I need to get surgery before my herniation goes critical. Currently, right now, I do not pass the check of being able to go with anesthesiology. And I guarantee this is how screwed up the medical system is. This is what they do. they'll give me oxy. They'll tell me to go home with the oxy. And if me at home with the oxy continuously on oxygen for like a month works, then they'll do the surgery. You can't do physical therapy and take oxy. So I need to be able to, you know, have anesthesiology clear me so I can get surgery. But to get surgery, I need to do physical therapy. But to do physical therapy, I need supplemental oxygen to sleep and exert myself. But this unit just doesn't do it. I need continuous oxygen. Let's play. Let's unpause these and play. I hope that explains as much as possible.
Would you like to buy one child, please?
I will make a community post and try again because that is a lot of information to take in. Larissa, thank you. I appreciate that. There's a lot of things about to come in. Then we're going.
I usually am much smarter.
I'm not doing a
than the
vote, by the
things
way.
that I
I'm
say.
doing Leon.
Usually much smarter than the things that I say.
It's my choice. I'm doing Leon A.
Hope this helps, Steven. I'm sorry it's been so long I haven't been able to regularly attend streams since high school, but glad
You're
I could
fine.
catch this one.
You are just fine. Thank you so much for the help. Any help is appreciated.
I got 1. I got 3. Can I get a 5?
Motivation,
Can I get a 5?
thank you,
5
thank
in the
you.
fishness. 5 in the fishness. Can I get a 5 in the fishness? Can I get a 5 in the fishness?
We're going for S+.
Words I
We got
didn't
3
think
games
I'd
to
ever
do.
say ever. Can I mention ever again?
S+. We got 3 games. And I gotta concentrate while things are happening. I'm just gonna let the alerts go.
Carlos, I'm always glad to see Jill's ass, but I didn't know I'd be glad to see your little Puerto Rican ass. Are you Puerto Rican? I don't know if that's racist. I made a very snapped decision on his ethnicity.
That is.
I appreciate that you discussed your situation with us. Do we get to vote on which costumes you use for the runs? I would
Ooh.
love to see the classic 98 ones for RE2.
I'll use the classic costumes. Sure. Oh,
Why are there so many animals in a jungle?
because thank you so much, Sachi. Because I tried to download the version compatible with the mod I was doing, I don't have
you
the
for the
access to
tip.
those costumes. Thank you, Chris Red, once again.
Luckily, I'm not. a
I'm
female,
sorry,
so
I
I
don't-
don't mind just the tip.
I don't have access to the polygonal ones, but I can do retro. I can do these. That's the best I can do. All right. I'm sorry. I would use polygonal, but trying to get a mod working, I don't have them. Thank you.
We chose violence. You guys were right here. You're participants because you didn't stop me. I can't. My brain. I did it the other way. Oh. Get it. Fuck you. Fuck off. Suck my left nut. Suck it. Make me come a second time. Suck the right one. Get my juices. It's not my baby. You should have spit. It's not always about the idea of quitting. Suck it hard. Ah. Hate that puzzle.
Thank you so much. It hurts to laugh, but I'm good. I hate that puzzle.
I usually am much smarter than the things that I say.
All right, let's go.
Usually much smarter than the things
Thank you
that I say.
so. I love this sound bit.
Shoot!
Thank you, man. I love frogs. God, that voice clip. I was doing the RE4 puzzle, the stone puzzle, and
Hold on. I got an idea. Hear me out. I got an idea. Hear me out. What if?
What if?
Hear me out. What? Oh my god! Ah!
That is a real scream, by the way.
I really want you to achieve this goal, cause I want my favorite YouTuber to stay around. I hope this
tried.
helps, and I hope everyone can help.
Thank you so much, Crazy Cooney. I want to get back to making videos. Thank you so much. Here's the thing. This thing doing pulse ox is so annoying to me. I can't imagine you guys having to deal with it, but I can't edit it out. Every time I take a breath, it sounds like I'm sniffling. No, that's just pulse delivery for oxygen. Yeah, I just breathe and it does it. Continuous flow, I'll just have to get over my pride and have it like I have right now, but you won't hear it in the mic. So that'll be a nice upgrade. There we go.
I'm gonna let you in on a little-known
So bad,
secret of
thank
comedy.
you.
Bad things
Thank you.
aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Society is ad when humans put a price on breathing. Hope this helps and get well soon.
Yeah, these machines have been around for a while that we don't need them to be so expensive. I never understand why these are so expensive. We can condense
All
oxygen.
right, hold on. I got an idea. Hear me
Just
out.
cutting
hear
out
me
the
out, hear
game
me out,
volume
hear
so
me
we can
out.
all listen to this.
Hear me out. I got an idea. Hear me out. 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 What if? Hear me out. Hear me out. What? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Gonna do that.
Oh God! Oh God!
This is out of control.
All right, that's. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps, buddy.
It absolutely does, because we're halfway there already, and I haven't gotten into the RPD. We're gonna have a lot of playing Resident Evil for me to earn my keep on this.
I got 1. I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5?
Oh,
5 in the fishnets. 5 in the fishnets.
Jeffrey
Can I
wants
get
the
a 5 in
fishnets.
There it
I
is.
understand.
Can I get a 5 in the fishnets?
One in the fishnets,
Words
I
I
understand.
didn't think I'd ever say, ever. Can I mention ever again?
Sometimes you just want the fishnets. I get it. Like, where else do you put those dollar bills?
Child, please!
Thank you so much.
Ammo weapons, or will this be a super everyman's guide for 3 games? Handguns and submachine guns. Rocket launchers are for savages.
This is gonna be me going for S plus right now. Like, you guys know that when I actually get serious, I go for S plus. Thank you. Vegeta, thank you. Hope it helps. Yeah, every little bit. If it is a super chat though, I can't get instant access to it, and the name of the game right now is for me to be able to put the order in. It takes about a week for it to get to me. You're very welcome. Everyone starts saying hi, by the way. If you got a shield next to your name, give me that Darkness Hey emoji, which is just Navi. Because I don't think I've said hi to barely anyone. So we gotta get our highs in order. Like the Berg of highs. Give me those. Give me those. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for everyone who has joined. I need the Navis. We're not playing in that resolution because I wanna see it in better than that. Sorry. Okay, I gotta see it closer. JP, Darkstar, Courtney, hey there, Faith, Soul Bad Guy, Michelle, Larissa. I got a spanner if it counts. It does, Haley. I saw you. Patrick, True Winner 1. Kevin, it's the Woozle. Hey there, Mary. Blue Mocha Nighty, Crazy Cooney, Jassy. I'm Jace. I think I'm butchering your name. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see L back there. It's okay. Being here, and if I run an ad or two, I have them pause until YouTube unpauses them forcefully.
Jesus.
Mr. Bob Goblin. Hello. Matthew.
Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I never remember moments like in my career where things like I had to learn how to pronounce someone's name. Matthew, for everyone that doesn't know, we went on Google over and over for Google to say Matthew, like, and then I have to repeat it until I can actually pronounce it correctly. Vegeta, Pockets, John Parker, Clayton, Sierra, what's going on? Reagan, welcome back. Thank you. I am super broke. I get it. Listen, I just had a notice sent to me about how my rent can no longer be delayed anymore. It must be paid in full when payments are made. Like, I know. Oh, daggone. Hey, Patrick. I know I've been having to put off rent payments and pay in in increments in payment plans, and I just got to notice that that's not allowed anymore. Like, I get it. I super duper get it. Uh-oh. I don't have my notebook. I don't have my notebook right here. I don't want to look through the notes. It takes too long. I don't have my notebook. I think I remember all the numbers, but I don't remember. Okay. Screw it. We gotta go into our menu. Gotta use the menu. Okay. Lion, branch bird. Just gotta do it quickly. I remember the ones that are important. Hey, Patrick. I get that too. Music sucks right now. I'm sorry that you're going through like crap in your own career. It sucks. This is probably a bad time to say that I actually auditioned for a part for a show that I can't mention, but is one of the top 10 animes watched in the world, and that I really, one, I can't do it because currently I can't do that part without continuous oxygen. But second, I just learned I didn't get it, but it would have been as one of the protagonists being introduced into a show. That's why I can't say anything. That everyone here guaranteed knows, and I didn't get the part. It makes me sad, but I didn't get the part. Crap. I am backtracking. I don't usually do that. It's one of the top 10 watched currently anime. It's been going for a while. That's all I can say. I can't say more than that. I also learned somebody else I know auditioned for it as well. The first time I can say and give a hint at like anything I've done voice acting, because everything else I've done has turned out to be like where they take my stuff and then they do things like I'm a background voice. Like they take voice lines and they're like, oh, we decided to go a different direction type deal, whatever. And or like you sign a, you know, I do all these lines and then I don't want to actually tell you guys because it's embarrassing. No hentai. That's not what I've done. Yeah, my rent just went up $90 a month. And then on top of that, they just sent me a warning saying, do not try to do payment plans anymore. My rent here started at $1,325 a month, so I could be in district, crits for day, son. Be in district where my I could be a proper father to my son. And now it is what crits for days. Holy smokes. And now I just learned that it's going up another 90, definitively making my rent quite far over $2,000. At this point, I'm just wondering why I can't just like can the bank just trust me that I own my own house for 10 years? Can they trust me that like I don't need as big of a down payment? Because at this point, I could just be paying into equity, money that means something in the future. Like, come on. I did everything right to come out of college and to be... I'm talking too much. I have to already turn up. And that's the other problem with pulse oxygen like I'm getting right now. I can't catch my breath once I start talking into the mic so much. Yeah, my mortgage... My rent is higher than your mortgage. I'll only say this because it drives me crazy. My old house was a 2-story... 2.5 bath. My biggest bathroom stand-up stall, you could not reach your arms out unless you're 6 foot plus and touch both sides. Jacuzzi soaker tub in it. A walk-in closet going that direction. A walk-in closet on the other side of it. Giant room for my son. His own big bathroom and 2 closets upstairs. That's the upstairs. Half bath with a laundry right there. An actual cook's kitchen with an island and bar stools to be able to eat there. With the place where a television, a dinner table could go and lights and everything. But instead I made it into like where my son played because my son was younger. He was not 11 like he is now. With a second room that is identical to my son's room on the top floor that just didn't have a door that we made into like the other playroom that has his actual toys in. So I used to play with him in the one room. Enough room for a couch, a real fireplace and everything that you can run on gas, hung a TV over that and everything, nice couch. Go downstairs, a full mother-in-law suite with a second kitchen, another fridge, tiled floors just in case it goes anywhere. My old office was, no joke, I measured the dimension over 5 times the size of my office now, with another bedroom that is bigger than my master I have right now in this house I'm renting, and another bathroom that was the size of this office I'm in. The bathroom was the size of an actual bedroom. That house cost me $1,080 a month for my mortgage. That's what my mortgage was. And then I, instead of keeping the house, said, no. I'll be the malleable one. I'm the one that's used to being able to changing up in their life. I'll do all that. And this is where it gets me. It was a hard hit. Like that's a suck. I need it. Oof. Yeah, I'll make everyone here feel old real fast. Everyone here that's seen my son do the video of Would You Rather? My son quotes his own video that sometimes at me. That was 8 years ago, I believe. I believe my son doing the Would You Rather with me now is about 8 years old. So, 7 years old? Yeah, so, like I talk about my son is going to be 12. You guys have seen him grow up in front of your eyes too on camera whenever I, have him come in here or anything. Any one of you guys at any time can also end up feeling the passage of time. Oh, how it passes. Okay, dude. Don't give me fits. Oh, come on. Christopher Day, son. Yeah. I want to buy too. I declared bankruptcy for my ex because I thought one of our credit scores had to say good, and I saw credit cards were getting rung up somehow, and I didn't know how. So I just worked a lot and then paid the bills and did whatever I had to. I couldn't, when we got a divorce, the bankruptcy nixed me out of being eligible for like anything. So I had to rent a place that is sucking my soul dry. I described that because my old house my office was so big. I had a workbench downstairs. I had a Juliet balcony. I had a balcony for the first floor and a balcony and one for the basement. Like I did my research. I lived with my ex-mother-in-law to make sure that like we could wait for the market to be good enough. Like let that sink in for anyone who doesn't know what that's like. I lived with my ex-mother-in-law is what I said. Who here wants to think about going to live with their mother-in-law? Thank you, Meldrick. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I got everything I could out of the way, and it's like, I'm 38. We're close. Meldrick, thank you. I am collecting things. I'm probably picking up too much stuff because I picked up the thing. Where did the thing go? Oh, it paused again? Unpause that.
I got 1, I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5? 5 in the fishnets. 5 in the fishnets. Can I get a 5
for
in the
days.
fishnets? Can I get a 5 in the fishnets? Words I didn't think I'd ever say, ever. Can I mention ever again?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Hey, thank you so much. There. That's exactly why I had to go into renting. The bankruptcy was still on my record. Are you kidding me? I can't wait to be 40. You see how things have been... Oh, wait. He's not dead. Why did I do that? I heard one standing alive.
Shit.
Would you... Oh? Would your stumbling butt...
God damn it.
Okay. I can't wait to actually be in my 40s. Let me explain. My teen years sucked. My 20s sucked. my 30s had a hopeful bounce in the step, and then they
am much
they
smarter
start
than the
sucking.
things that I say.
Hey, Johnny B,
much
thank you,
smarter than the
thank you,
things
thank you,
that I
thank you.
Crits for days. X3.
Crits 4 days. God, we got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh. We're at the unicorn. It is smudge. It is fish perfume and the other thing. I don't perfume scorpion fish. Wait, it's not. Right. Oh no, come on. Don't make me lose my time because of this. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Fish scorpion perfume. It's backwards. Sorry. I don't have my notebook on me. I'm a pleb. Thank you, Johnny. Like, as it's saying, by the way, for anyone, like, if you do a super chat, like, you do support me and me feeding my child. Which, for anyone who's gone through, like, the poor phase of their life, I mean, yeah. You gotta feed those things. Like, I hear it. Some states, they hold you liable. It can be illegal for them to not eat. Like, wow, we are starting to get really 1984 up in here. You got to actually, like, make sure it's a whole complicated process. But, you know, roof over the head, food in mouth, all that stuff. I still got to do another marathon of some way to get other things paid for. But I'll let you guys know, I keep pausing to say, my real plan, I need to just be able to say these things. My plan right now is also that there's a company that until the day of November 5th, for reasons, and I'm not going to say because I don't want to talk about anything. I just know they're hiring, and that if we can get that goal, that portable oxygen thing is just going to be rolling right behind me as I have to go do another job because it can do continuous air on the go because of the battery backups. And I'll just do that because it pays about $30 an hour and gives you a bonus at the very end. And I'm gonna do the first time deal of donating plasma to try to get Instameat because I'm even if I'm sick, you remake your plasma so fast that you can donate every about 48 to 72 hours. I'm gonna donate plasma. I'm gonna just be drinking, making sure I replenish a lot of electrolytes. Listen, Drewski, I just saw you feel like you're behind and everything. There is a true behind. I'm in college still trying to get my degree, living with my girlfriend in an apartment. I'm slacking. Oh yeah, little boy? I'm glad you got that part out, but you're gonna have to get it out every time it starts feeling, before it gets that big. Just have the water running first. So you spit into, where you spit into running water. I'll figure that out because we gotta figure that out sooner than later. I gotta give the people, they're helping out so much that I gotta give the people what they want, and then. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to get another one. They're on buy one get one. I'll have to get another box. No, there's not one there. You want applesauce? Yeah, you want strawberry applesauce or something? Yeah, you can go grab that. Okay. I see people talking about being behind in life. For one, right now, if it makes you feel any better, I feel behind. I don't feel like this is exactly where my life should be at this point. But like, it's not really, because all that's happened is life has thrown me some curveballs, and it's not really me being behind. It's me dealing with the adverse effects of all of those things. Like, I'm dealing with the idea that things have happened, and so that doesn't make me behind. It just means stuff happened. Like, that's all that means. And I'm gonna go this route instead now, where I go back and get the shotgun real quick, just because I got both this and the what's the other thing I've got rid of? Oh, the pad that I need to get rid of. Here's You can donate plasma every 48 to 72 hours here. I've never viewed life as something that you can truly be behind about. I don't know about going over there. I'm gonna go and grab my... Yeah, he woke up. Hi. I'm gonna grab my shotgun so I can use the... Oh, I actually do need to do the puzzle then. Oh, we're gonna not get S+. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Something. Okay. 1, 2, 7, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 1. Actually. 2, 7, 6. There it is. Got it. Don't try to speed run your life. That's good. That's good advice. That's really good advice. That's some sagely wisdom. Listen, everyone backtracks and everything. The only thing that I think is you could look at as like you're behind on life is not trying. That's when you're behind on life. When you give up on trying. Otherwise, you're not behind on life. Life happens, and it throws you curveballs, and things just happen. If you compare your life to other people, for example, the idea of you're behind on life because you don't have a child. Some people just shouldn't have children. That's one thing. And the idea that we have a culture that kind of pushes you, makes it feel like it punishes you if you don't have a child, not the best thing that we can do as a culture. No! I pushed my extra knife into your jerk person because I spazzed a little and now I'm aggravated. Context, my person I know is being buried. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because just like his friends by should his friend just married. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. That really sucks. So I really apologize for that. I have to do one thought at a time because I've got 1,000 things that I could go off and talk about, and I'm boy, we need to hustle. And I also need oxygen. And I wish I could like go and talk about YouTube doesn't want me doing that nearly as much, especially when I set up a stream that starts 2 hours late because my power goes out. When you compare your life to other people, you'll always feel like you're behind because there's always someone that's further along than you, better off than you, got more than you do.
I'm surrounded by zombies.
Comparison games sets you up for failure because it's a failure against something and a standard you were never supposed to meet. On top of that, like feeling like you have to be in some kind of relationship that gives you kids. Some people need enough time to reflect and be like, should I be a parent or not? I knew that answer not from like peer pressure. I knew the answer that I wanted to be a parent because I made that decision. I know who I am. I made that decision with like, you know, with actual thought and everything put into it and blah, blah, blah. So my child was just like, my son is just, well, and my son's awesome. So there's that. So I no need for any like thinking twice about that. We're just gonna not deal with you. He started having seizures on the 19th of July. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oops. The only time I'll say that people are behind in life is that when they stop trying to progress. Life isn't something that you're supposed to like race through and like be better, do better, get better. Like I don't understand why anyone would want to live with that mentality. Because it simply means that you're always going to feel like you're a step behind somebody, right? More than that, though, it means that, like, I'm studying right now to be a nurse. I only recently figured out that, like, all right, come on in. I have to deal with you later if I don't deal with you now because I didn't come boarded up before this. Oh! Are you serious? Okay. Peace. Stupid brain. Stupid brain took over. I know to come in here and board that up. Okay. Otherwise, he'll tag me when the liquor comes around. I'm gonna need that extra time that I build in. Come on. Come on. Stop moving. Stop moving. You're still alive, I know. Christopher Day, son. Alright, let's go. Okay. Run, no. Excuse me? Where is he? There we go. Life is gonna have enough times where you feel like if you try your hardest, you get ahead. It just so happens life has a good way of like kicking your feet out from under you. When you start doing this comparison thing, you're going to run into a problem where like someone has to win, someone has to lose. But more importantly than that, the person that ends up losing most of the time in the comparisons is you. By proxy of just the way that your own brain goes about things, you usually compare yourself to things that put something else above and put you below, and that's not ever healthy ever for any reason ever. And so one, the unhealthy mentality about that is like just the first thing. But even at your best, you're gonna get kicked down. There would be things, unless you're one of the lucky few who get like sheltered from life's hardships. Life is not, you don't, life as just a generality is a lot of random occurrences that you can't control. I mean, one of the things that I have to tell people is like the unfortunate side effect of the longer you live is the other part of is the more people you see pass away, get sick and die. The healthier you keep yourself, the more you have to deal with setbacks you wouldn't have had to deal with if things had turned out a different way. So, you know, even with that said, life is always a trade-off. And sometimes you do your best, you feel like you're climbing, you get set back. I don't ever view the idea of people being behind in life until it's the moment where they're just like, screw it, I guess this is good enough. Because at that point, that kind of defeatist attitude, where everyone's been there, everyone's had the attitude for a minute. I'm not being holier than thou on that one. It's everyone's just been like, I'm done trying. I'm done trying to get better, figure it out, make it better, doing whatever. Or the coward way, which is the one that I hate the most. Which is you've got issues on your plate and you won't face them. Either way you go about it, like, I hate to call it the coward way, but I don't have a better word for the idea of there's an issue on the table. We need to address it. Just not going to address it as if the issue goes away. If you get into that, then you are actually behind. Because you're not behind on life, you're behind on your life. That's a big difference and a big distinction to make right there. You're not behind on life because of that. You're behind on your own life. You could have been further. You could have started getting over things more. Like for me, for the oxygen, for me and the oxygen therapy, I'll use that as an example. I'm so peeved that to know, had I started oxygen therapy a long while ago, I would have gotten use of my right lung, possibly in its entirety. I don't know if I'll get it back in its entirety, but more use out of it. By the way, my breathing exercises, I sing because for those who have been respiratory therapists or in respiratory anything, you'll know that singing is one way to do breath control. Because you have to breathe in, try to expand the lungs, and then use twice as much time to breathe out while making sure you're pushing with the lungs with force. Because you have to work out your lungs to get them to work better again if your lungs decide to shit all over your life. No. What is? It's a girl arrow snake. That's not a real snake. That's a little whatever. The girl. I'm not making my own quotas here at timings. So, like, there's a part of me that feels like I'm behind on life right now myself. I hate the idea of I'm taking your issue and making it mine. I'm just trying to use that as an example because I don't know what else to do. yeah, if it really sucks to feel like you're behind on life. And our situations are completely different. It really sucks for me to now know that I could have been on oxygen therapy. Oh, yeah, I made it in 25 minutes. My own guide says I'm good. I'm good to go. But 4 years have already passed. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. I need to move forward. I'm only failing at my own life right now if I decide that, oh, well, it's not worth my time. I mean, you know, if I didn't start oxygen therapy for, you know, if 4 years ago I didn't start it, there's no point of trying it now because blah, 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 give myself an excuse. Yeah, then you're failing at life. Don't give yourself outs and excuses when there's still hope and there's still the ability to try, and not even just try, to be able to do better is still an option. If that's still on the table, actually, I want to use these two and keep the grenade. That's the only time you're falling behind. So yeah, you're still in college. Okay, I'll help you out with that one to feel a little bit better. You're still in college. I am currently studying to become a registered nurse still. I'm trying to get admitted into a program that already denied me for my moral turpitude. That's a whole video unto itself of what did Darkness do wrong and why does the legal system fail people that try to do the right thing in general. Like when you get involved with the legal system, why does it seem to give people who should be punished an easier way out than people who shouldn't be punished? And the answer is general, because it's easier. It's just, it's the legal system is an easy way. That's not what matters. So I'm pissed that I could have been so much further along with lungs. Not pushing myself to do even better would be giving up. Like, that's my metric. If you're still in college, if you're still studying, look, you're getting your life under wraps and everything. You're moving forward. You're taking a step forward. Every step you take forward is you're not falling behind. Falling behind would be taking a step back, or falling behind or staying still when it's a race.
Words won't work on this thing.
All right, grab me, take this knife.
Gotta take it down.
Take it before I break it. Grab it, grab me, please. Grab me. Thank you. Because I have no more use for this knife. Thanks. Maybe I can just save a flashbang doing that. Uh-oh. I can't get to his side. Oh, good. Just try not to get grabbed again. Bye. Please go. Thank you.
Somebody's watching me.
Jeezums. Oh, that's, by the way, how you do it with a half knife and a full knife. Your mileage may vary. If you crank your FPS, that won't work. Higher the FPS, the more damage you do faster, but the more your knife degrades with the comparable same damage of your FPS being lower. So let's not bring that up, the FPS discussion up, because that's actually only possible by having lower frames per second and accepting that the fight might drag out a little bit. So, yeah, don't compare yourself to the world. I mean, when I was younger, the average time someone left their house was still between had gone up. It was all over the news that our kids are staying home too long. We are not teaching the youth well enough. Anyone else remember and was a 90s kid that we're not teaching the youth well enough? The kids are staying at an alarming rate at home. We found out in recent studies, instead of the average age of someone leaving their house being 18 years old, it's gone up to like 22 years old until a child is leaving under the roof. Well, yeah, it went up because the cost of tuition in college went up. Inflation didn't help college tuition prices. Everyone felt in my generation like I was told when I was younger, I'm 38 years old, I was told, you know, like by the time I was 18, drilled into my head, a college bachelor's degree is the same thing as back in my day. That's never gonna end good. It's the same thing as back in a day that is not yours. As a high school diploma, and that's why you had to go to college. Like you had to go because you needed the leverage in your life to be able to pull these things up. Anyone else remember that? That apparently the you have faster attacks, but you also degrade all of your weapons faster. I don't want to get into the FPS conversation because it really is the most FPS conversations are literally the definition of it's a skill issue. I've done it live on this stream multiple times, 30 frames per second, slower than any console. So unless you're playing on a potato, it's a skill issue. Just try again. Just try again and again and again.
I'm not
and again
talking to you.
and again and again. And then try again if it doesn't work out, and then possibly again. How many times do I have to say again? I think for me to get that strategy down in my notebook, I had to do it 30, 40 times. Somewhere in there before I even got down to the idea of doing it with 2 knives, a flash, and a grenade only. Before that, the pistol was involved. Before that, the pistol and the shotgun were involved. Before that, like, hey, LJ, what's going on? Like, it is a skill issue at some point. Why am I addressing that? Because I feel like I'm behind too in life. Whoever said that, I also feel like I'm behind in life.
I'm gonna let you in on a little-known secret of comedy. Bad
Crushi, what's
things
going on?
aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Thank you so much.
Hope you get better very quickly. All the best.
I really appreciate that. Also, that is 666 up on the bar. That's a number. Did you know that the actual number, if it's translated literally, and if it actually is a number, isn't actually translated originally as 666, it's 616. You learned something today. Everyone hashtag. I always said Krushki, and I've always been afraid I've been mispronouncing your name, by the way. I think since the second you ever showed up at a stream, I've been saying it wrong, but like, I think we've been through this as well. Hey, Chris G, what's going on? I think I've been saying it wrong. I don't know. 6/16 is my birthday. That's nice. I mean, that's a thing. So yeah, 1 is debatable whether you can translate that into a number in the first place, but if you can, the more direct translation is actually the number of the beast. It's not 666.
I'm gonna let you
The
in
number
on
of the
a
beast is
little-known
616.
secret of comedy. Bad things aren't funny when they happen to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Wish I could give more, but recently became a first-time mom. Hope this helps.
1, thank you, Jody. 2nd, you must be across the pond. That's mum, not mom. So you must be from across the pond. And hello to 9:21 p.m. 3rd. Oh yeah, you're gonna need that if you're a first-time mom. I get it. I get it. It's been 11 and a half years for me since I was the first-time parent. Like, oh my God. Congratulations. It is. Anyway, it's hard to decide whether you should even translate it as a number because the words do say the number shall be described as, even though it's debatable whether the number was actually written as a number or whether it was like, oh, I just went the wrong way. But other than that, the number actually better translated if you take it literally as a number. And you know, the Sadducees back by the time that the Pharisees' temple in 102 AD had been the second temple that they have left standing, and the Sadducees win, which means that the Greek mythology and culture got integrated into all the belief system, which means that everything got analyzed under that eye. Other than that, the number of the beast is actually 616. If you want to take it literally, it's probably more properly translated 616. But also, there's a symbol, and we also have depictions of what that should be. So, you know, the number might just be because when you translate things and it looks a lot like some 6s when they're all conjoined in the middle, maybe you just want them to be a bunch of 6s. But it does say that. But congratulations, first time mom is a That's a big thing. And also, it's scary. It's super not. I totally know you're in the UK. Since there's more people here than usual, my personal own story is my brother told me when we were younger, he knew me and he knew it would take me time to figure out who I was. Oh, I've completed this game over hundreds of times. Yeah, 666 just has a je ne sais quoi about it. And so, by the way, Jody, being a first-time parent, let me give you the only sagely advice I got about it. Ready for it? Write it down. Being a parent does not change you. No matter who's going to try to put that on you, it doesn't. Becoming a first-time parent does not change you. I don't need to give you the psychological proof, because we can go through that. I don't need to give you the physiological proof. We could go through that. I can give you here's what it actually does and why it feels like a change. It doesn't change you. It amplifies everything about you. Everything that already was there will get amplified, and then you'll have to adjust to that. So right now, my best advice for you is if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel anxious, if you have depressive stints like I do, like I'm on anxiety medicine and I'm on depression medication. If you have any of that stuff going on and you have the ability to go and see a therapist to talk about like the best things that you can do as you transition to being a new mom and new parent, do it. Because the earlier you get on top of that, I'm not saying everyone has to be medicated. I'm just saying like the earlier you get on learning the sagely wisdom from people who help counsel people becoming a new parent, the faster it will change your sleep patterns. Okay, I'll give you that one. It does. I was an insomniac before, though. I'm an insomniac now, so it doesn't change that. But it doesn't change you. It amplifies you. So this is my warning of go out there, do your best, knock it out of the park. If you got something going on in your personal life, make sure that it is not a weakness to go reach out for help. Make sure you get on it like that, because you'll see it. Mark my words right now. If I don't know who you are, you gave $20. Let's say that you're somebody who's always struggled with patience when people are getting slow, they're behind. You're a very punctual person. Well, you know, having a child sometimes makes you less punctual than you might have been. So maybe you've always found yourself as someone who, if you're not punctual, if you're not right on time, then you get flustered, angry, and the rest of your day seems to follow suit. Well, there are things you can work on right now about that. Like right now in your life, there are easy things that are small that start changing the instinctive reaction that you have of getting flustered over that into learning how to have patience. Like, so that when your child does it to you over and over and over, because your child will do it to you over and over. You'll show up to everything late, it feels like. You'll have everything ready. They will go through 3 diapers. And then you'll realize that they just ripped the whole diaper bag apart for the 3rd diaper. And now you need to go put that together. Now that you realize, you're like, where's the snack bowl? They ripped that open. It's all over. Like, you had your diaper bag ready, everything to go. You're in the car. 3 diapers down. You realize that you left it in arm's reach. Now you got to pick all that up. Now you're explaining to everyone why you're late. And it's just like, oh my God. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys. Sorry, I'm late. Blah, blah, blah. If that kind of like scenario bothers you, or any other, for your benefit and your child's benefit, just talk to a counselor about what you can best do to make it easier on you. Like just go ahead and talk to a counselor, because there are simple things you can do. They're so simple. There are simple things like, okay, people always think of meditating as being like giving me the like, I don't want you to give me the ohms. Because you're not an audio work, so I don't need the OHM. Okay, whatever. So, whatever. You don't have to have all of that. But meditation sometimes is finding a place where you can sit with your thoughts and try to realize where you had instinctual emotional reactions and how you would like it to play out next time. So that when you realize the next time that you're getting frustrated. You had a moment of time in your day for 15, 30 minutes, even an hour, if you can spare it somehow as a new parent. I hope somebody else is helping you be a new parent if you can spare an hour of anything. Where you sit down and the next time it happens, you recognize it. You acknowledge that your brain went immediately to being upset, and then you purposely and forcefully acted against the instinct. Part of psychology that is really hard for people to understand, not getting into it, you actually don't have control over your thoughts. You only have control over what you do with your thoughts. Ever thought about that? You don't have control over like the thought that pops in your brain. That's an instinct. No one does. But your prefrontal cortex helps you sort it all out, and you do have control over what you do with that thought. And the way you change that pattern is just that. You change the pattern. You have control over the idea of recognizing that that's there. You have control over the idea that you don't want that thought to pop up. But no one actually has control over their thoughts. What we do have control over is actions that better our lives, that we do in repetition to replace our baser instincts. That is what we're at. Am I gonna have to put the oxygen up another time? What you're really doing when you do things like meditating, going through therapy, you're not trying to overnight just be better. You're trying to replace some baser instincts
with your dirty eyes.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Just popping in on my lunch break.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for helping spite the overlords. Oh God. Would you stop? Thank you, Kelsey. Everyone hashtag Kelsey. Thank you. And thank you for stopping on by. So, crits for days, son. So, the thing I have to say for a new mom situation... Alright, well, that happened. Hold on, go back to eating Elliot's bumhole. The biggie really to take away from that is just like we all got our weaknesses, we all got our shortcomings, we all got our stuff that we got to deal with. Like we all got that. When you become a parent, it gets worse, not better. So wherever you think you're weakest and whatever you're afraid that you'll pass down, like here's what I found out that way too late. What am I afraid of passing down to my son? What am I afraid of my personality traits of giving to my son? And if I'm afraid of that, that's what my counseling's for. If I'm afraid that my son will pick up that personality quirk, that thing that I've always dealt with, if I'm afraid that I won't be this, I won't be good enough for that. If I see that if I'm this, that, or the other, if I see that I've made a mistake, that's the therapy part. That's the part where don't be ashamed about it. Therapists like that are trained in the idea of, I know you're a new mom. Here's some tips you never thought about. Run with it. Just run with it. I wish more parents would realize one thing. I wish more parents would realize that none of us know what we're doing. So it's not like your parents knew what they were doing any better than you know what you're doing. So it means we shouldn't go off the advice of only those that came before because they were also winging it. What we do have are resources of people that spend their whole career trying to curate the best advice for people stepping into roles like starting a new job, being a new mother, going into a new phase of your life, where owning a new house, getting married, all these things, all these problems that come up that don't seem like problems or could not be problems, could be stressors, who knows? Like, there's all of that going on, right? They're only there to kind of curate the best ideas and give you an idea of like where to go from there. So don't wait. That's my biggest thing as a parent. Don't wait. Because eventually there'll be something else that happens. I just said it was more or less instinct, right? Like you're running on more or less instinct. And we can't just trust the best advice of our parents of what we can look up. We got to go to experts for it. Hey, David. Well, here's the kicker. If you wait too long, you get your own patterns going. And now you got to not only go and talk about, hey, I feel like I could be doing this and that for my child. I feel like this and that could be going better. Now you got to go into that session and go, and also, and that's never where things go well. Crap, I have too much on me. And also, I find myself always getting angry every time I have to show up quickly for this, that, or the other. I find myself getting upset. Well, you just accidentally gave yourself a learned behavior and instinct you didn't have before because you didn't nip it in the bud. That's all I gotta say about that. No one's a perfect parent. No one's supposed to be a perfect parent. You got three jobs. Every parent out there, anyone out there, can anyone that's been at my streams long enough write down in the chat fastest? There are three things. There are three jobs of any parent. What are they?
I promise.
Give them to me. I've said it enough times. Someone's got to remember. Come on, I say it enough. What are the three jobs of a parent? There's only three. There's not four. Because there's a reason there's not a fourth. It feels like there should be a fourth. There's not four. The three jobs of any parent that I've said over and over. What are the three jobs? First person gets a virtual cookie. I'll wait. It's like, oh, is it? Protect is one. Protect. There's another P one. That one word. Mike almost. There we go. There we go. We all together. Hey, Stephen Ore. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. As you're also a new parent. We got it in there. But Mike Graham, you got the thing in there that I have to always go. Is protect, provide, raise them to be better than you. We got there together, right? The three jobs are protect, provide, raise them to be better than you. But usually people throw in the fourth. The love part. There's a reason I do not throw in love as one of the things. There is a reason for that. What if you never knew how to love those around you or your own parents or in your own relationships? Your love felt toxic or didn't feel fulfilling or constantly, like, what if love was an issue of yours? That's now part of the raise them to be better than you part. You maybe you can't love them the way that they really desperately need, but you can teach them people that they can go to get the love that you always needed to grow, and you can teach them how to love how you never knew how to love yourself. A loveless parent can raise a loving child. That is a possibility. That is absolutely one of them. So that's the only reason I nix love out of it, because I don't want those who feel that love is their shortcoming. I don't want them to feel like that they're like, well, my child is screwed, I guess. Nope. It's just going to be, he got an extra battle. That's it. You just got an extra thing of like, put people in their life who will love on them. Put people in your life who will love on you at the same time to help you give that support so you know what to reinforce in your child. If you don't know how to love in a way that you're afraid that that's what you'll pass down, that they won't love their own children one day properly and you won't show them love properly, start working on it. Love is a thing you can work on. Love is an action. We like to put love as a feeling. Fuck that noise. It's not. It's just not. There's a feeling that goes along with love. It's not a feeling. Love, the feeling of love is an offshoot. It's your reward for the action, and your action is love is an action. Bye, Kelsey. Thank you for stopping by on your lunch break. Love is an action. So the second you realize love is an action, love is a verb. The second you do that, you realize, oh, well, that means it's something I can work on. Larissa, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, love is a verb. Oh, yeah, that makes me think of DC Talk. I've been doing breath exercises. I can kind of sing. For those that care, that when I get on a treadmill, with this pulse delivery of oxygen, I actually can't. It's a very weird thing, but if I try to do my breath exercises, as soon as my right lung expands too much, I feel like I'm drowning again. So I don't want to do that. But for my lung exercises, I've been singing because I'm a dork and so sue me. Because it's the easiest way to not think about the pain. Yeah, when you love someone, you got to put the work in for it, right? Hey, Artistic Fairy, what's going on? And so, you know, it takes work. Love has its ups and downs. It has its feelings where feelings go everywhere. But love is something that is like, it is a job to maintain. You have to work. But for some reason, my brain went to DC Talk when he is over here like, thank you so much. I appreciate that, NDP. Wait, let's see if I can juke him.
Jesus Christ!
Nope, too slow. I'm doing my best to keep up the fight. Believe you me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got sidetracked enough that there was something I was talking about. But then again, the only other advice I'd ever really have, other than the, and please remember that you don't have to be perfect while you're going through everything. Just
I got 1. I got 3. Can I get a 5? Can I get a 5?
Oh,
5 in the
thank you.
fishnets.
Why didn't the other one pop up
Can I get a 5 in the
yet?
fishnets? Can I get a 5 in the fishnets?
Thank you.
Words I didn't think I'd ever say, ever. Can I mention ever again?
Well, I hope some good comes of it. I don't feel like I'm very useful to anyone, but if me speaking helps somebody, then I did a thing. But I know where I came from finally. Hey, Gus, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. By the way, super chats won't show up on the bar because I don't have any ability to grab super chats for the next 2 months to go and buy an oxygen machine, an oxygen concentrator that I need now. So for the first time, there's a good reason that it doesn't show up on the bar. Yeah, love boy. You're just better. Okay. I'm going back to streaming. My son just said, hey, I just think I just found a cheater in Apex Legends, and so I sniped them. So I'm just better. That's all I had to say. He's also been saying things lately like toodles. And doing the whole, like, you know, like the polishing fingernails type deal, but not that way. Like, he's awesome. Anyway, my kid's awesome. I dragged him down the hall, so he got down the hall. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, when he says by saying that, yeah. Uh-oh. 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 No. I saved a grenade. Okay. Please don't be right there. Yeah, this is supposed to be an S+ run as we go through it. He's right there, but I got around. I'm trying to go through all of everything and get, like, you know, the best time I can with what I'm doing. I'm not hobbling up the stairs and trusting that. Open the box right in front of him. He just stops and waits. He's really polite when it comes to that. I really do appreciate that about Mr. X right there. Just in case I get tagged again at his stupidity. There we go. Just gonna use one. As back to the other thing I was saying, you're never falling behind in life as long as you keep moving forward in life. The second you decide stagnation is your best friend, that's when you've fallen behind. Because you're not falling behind in life, you're falling behind in your own personal life. And that's when it's bad. That's when it gets real bad. Because complacency is the absolute worst enemy of achievements and growth. Because we all could be better at something. Believing that we're good enough stagnates growth. And when you stagnate growth, in my opinion, you stagnate life. And when you get to stagnating life, you're already dead and just walking. Because you're just the thing that you're gonna be until you die. So why even bother, like, thinking that you're actually living a good life anymore? Oh, I already have a quote about that? Really? Being complacent will let you accept anything. Being content is looking at the world around you and being able to accept it for what it is. That's absolutely what I was about to say. I was literally about to say that. You're very welcome, Jody.
Animals in the jungle!
I hope the best for you. Thank you for the advice. So appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Hashtag over there.
I'm gonna let you in on a little-known secret
Johnny,
of comedy.
thank you.
Bad things aren't funny
For the
when they
crits to
happen
come.
to Daddy.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
For the crits to come. Wish I could stay for more in the live convos. Got stuff to do.
Thank you so much, Johnny. I have a hard time getting deep breath. Everyone hashtag Johnny as well. Thank you. Yeah, if I already said that, yeah, that's the quote. That's the quote to go by. That's true. Complacent. Oh, and my other quote. The day you choose to believe that what you know is what you know, that your opinions can't change, and that you've learned all you need is the day you are dead but still walking. Yeah, I said that even further ago, didn't I? Yep. I said that over 4 years ago. I absolutely did. I think the people that actually quote the things of mine that are really meaningful, I thank all of you guys for making it look like I'm not such of a doofus all the time. Well, Courtney, you're an exception. You actually know me real life, as opposed to everyone else who has to, you know, hear me and decide they can turn off the TV. You actually have to hang up the phone. So, you know, that's different. It's true. I've said it before. I'm glad that what I'm saying now matches up with what I said 2 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm glad the things I believe help you go forward in life are consistent. Love is a verb. Hey, tell me, haven't you heard? Love is a serious word. It made me think of really young. It made me think of really young DC Talk. Jeez. Thank you, Firefowl, for quoting that. I do like Firefowl everything. I'm not dealing with that. All right, let's get gone. Let's get our stuff from the locker. I do have to go to physical therapy. I do have to leave out so everything goes smoothly. I have to leave out for physical therapy around, I mean, and we're pushing it. Latest I need to leave is 5:30. More like 5:20. Everyone at 5:20, which you can see on my screen what time it is. So you see it says that right now the current time is on the screen 16:47 is 4:47 p.m. And it says EST. We're not in daylight savings. EDT, sorry. Oh wait. Are we in daylight we are in daylight savings, sorry. EST is correct. Just ET, whatever. Stephen Ore with another quote. I said, you do what you got to do. Sometimes wants are needs in disguise. Yes, I'll be back later on. I'm gonna do physical therapy. You guys might have to hear me like catching my breath a lot. I apologize in advance that I will sound like I am, like, I won't sound good. Like that's a thing. Because I don't, when I do this for continuous air, like I'll try to take it lighter since I'm doing all this, but this is the longest I've streamed. We're getting to the 2-hour mark, and I'm already at a 4 out of 5 on the oxygen concentrator. With it being pulse oxygen, here's the biggie. As I talk more, I can't sit here and get a deep breath. So when I go to get a deep breath, the biggest thing is I can't expand my lung. I found out my right lung is starting to help get healed from pure oxygen getting into my lung and helping expand everything. When I took away the oxygen, when I got stuck with the oxygen concentrator I have this very second, the thing I accidentally did is stick myself in a situation where it wasn't really possible for me to get better anymore. Because when I go to do my breath exercises, I forgot the flashbang. It happens to the best of us. Ugh. When I go to catch my air, you hear this little pulse. That's all I get of oxygen. Continuous air, you get the whole time you're breathing in. So just think about me being trying to push my body on I'll probably go on an elliptical for the second time ever. Instead, usually a treadmill. Just think of me trying to catch my air on, like, everything, and then, like, I start running out of air. It doesn't give it to me any faster. It won't do anything. It sucks. Hey, Rance, welcome back. So yeah, I need to like throw on some bottoms I'm willing to sweat in and leave.
We chose violence.
Sure.
You guys were right here. You're participants because you didn't stop me. I can't, my brain, I did it the other way. I did it the other way.
Thank you, Liz. Okay.
Get it. Fuck you. Fuck off. Suck my left nut. Suck it. Make me come a second time. Suck the right one. Get my juices. It's not my baby. It's not my baby. You should have spit. It's not always about the idea of quitting. Suck it hard. Ah! Hate that puzzle.
You know what? Everyone hashtag Alyssa. You know what always goes through my head? Part of me thinks in Alyssa's brain for just one moment and thinks she's debating between me screaming, checking out Carlos's butt, and saying "Daddy wins," or me freaking out. And she has to sit there being like, "What? Do I want one really long soundbite where he flips out, or do I want like 3 other sound bits where he's saying my cock reigns supreme, Carlos, I didn't expect your ass, is that racist, and also a scream for death." Like I always got to think that that's what is going through Alyssa's brain over there, and she's got to make a pimp decision real fast. What goes through my head? Do you think anything was going through my head? Head empty, brain smooth. What are you talking about? Oh, no, I have headphones on. Rowan was not with me on that night. I hope.
We would like to buy one child,
Click,
please.
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're getting closer and closer. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. I need to make a short of me falling so that everyone can keep asking where's that video come from. And I will end up putting the link to the actual video that came through with the timestamp. So people that don't have, I'll probably put it in like the members area. Because I can't give up my source. But at the same time, I gotta do a JoJo's to be continued on that Scream. Hey, Pablo. Hi, Ada. But everyone like bugged the crap out of me that I need to be out this door. Like if I'm out the door at 5:30, I'm late because I need to put on like a pair of my pair of thieves most likely. I guess I'll change shirts so I can have continuity in my streams because if I wear this shirt again when I come back,
Is that the intel you needed?
then
Well, what exactly are you?
I don't know.
More info on the people.
I'll just take this shirt off and put on another one that's not this and put on something and then run out the door. My son and I will go. I'll do physical therapy. Physical therapy. I'm now up to 42 minutes on there where I'm doing warm up 5 minutes, and then when I had better than pulse delivered oxygen, I was doing 2.5 minutes of giving it my all at a jog. That's where I was at physically. Now I found that knocks me out for the rest of the day. I can't get back on stream if I do that. So I'll be on the point I'm at right now. I've taken a step back. I will be doing the same thing, but instead of and then also for those who don't know my old running time that I've talked about, I've been spending the last minute on the treadmill, working up towards something I've now been able to do. I know it's only 1 minute long, but my old
horrible things I've seen.
I gotta turn this up to a 5. I'll catch my breath on the car ride. So my old time I used to jog out before I got the big C the first time was I do a half-mile warm-up.
We would like to buy one child, please.
Hey, William. Hey, Crazy.
Down here.
Thank you both. You're very welcome. Glad you could get something back. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Daddy, Darkness wins! Daddy, Darkness wins! Darkness wins! The giant cock in the... Oh, my cock reigns supreme! Daddy wins! Daddy wins!
For you and Rowan and everyone you care about.
That's the other sound bit that I imagine that you just gave a little... Where is it? Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Daddy. Daddy. That's a daddy bomb. Thank you so much, William and Crazy Cooney.
Jesus. That an earthquake?
I sure as hell hope so.
Yes.
What the hell?
In retrospect, I guess you could misinterpret what the words "oh my cock reign supreme" means. I guess it's up for what we in the business call interpretation. Drinking my coffee with a smirk. I'm glad if it makes you happy. I'm not like...
Again?
By the way, my lung inflates in a way when I'm trying to avoid my right side without the continuous oxygen that I had when my son gave me a hug. I told him, I was like, just feel when you're hugging me, and he's like, you can feel the left side of my body expand first, and then the right half expands because it hurts.
We would like to buy one child, please.
Deontay, thank you. Striplord, thank you.
Holy
Thank you. Don't worry. listen, right after this, I have to do my job so I can pay bills. So hopefully the bargaining field means that you guys get. God, this is a loud chase. If you have the headphones I have on right now, I can turn that down so I don't have to have that blipping. Blasting in my ear.
You overgrown son of a bitch.
Things that have made me frustrated trying to do physical therapy stuffs. I got up to finally the last minute doing my actual run times. 30 minutes of warm up. 1 mile at the park around where I used to live.
What the hell was
at 8.5 minutes per mile per mile. 2 miles at 7.5 minutes. And then I wind down and I come back home. And then they have an open place for an open air gym area at the park that's sponsored by a college that's for like science and chiropractic. The chiropractic, the fake science that makes you feel better about you're doing something for your back. It does all those things.
So let me get this straight.
I was at the point.
Monsters like that to who?
I was at the point that I was for the last minute being able to do my 7.5 minute mile, but like I didn't run a mile. It's just 1 minute of running at that pace. Running at that pace, since I'm on a treadmill, it tells me. I never really thought about I'm running at 8 miles an hour. I never really thought about like what I'm trying to build back up to like in a year from now as a goal. Is that I'm trying to build back up to the idea that, and probably a year is actually not going to do it. By the time I'm 40 is probably a better goal. By the time I'm 40, being able to pump out my 8.5 minute warm up mile, and then trying to do my 2 miles of 7.5 minutes, because 7 miles an hour is approximately an 8.5 minute mile. So that's what I'm trying to get back up to. Now I'll leave here. I'll probably get on the elliptical because it's good for my knees, and also because my heart rate gets up there faster while getting cardio up there, but making different leg muscles work. So because I've gotten shin splints because my shoes are falling apart. I told him my life is falling apart. My shoes. Every time I run on the treadmill, my shoes feel like there are pebbles in it, and it's because my shoes are falling apart. Like eventually, I'm doing a marathon just to get oxygen. I got to pay the $1,000 of backed rent that I've got, and then I need to pay also to get shoes for physical therapy. I need shoes. Like, so I need to put out content. I'll try to get to you guys. Dead Space and another video were edited, and then I lost all the progress I had from another power outage on my Mac Pro, and then not today's power outage. And then since those are older things, I'll try to make better content, or just new content, not necessarily better, when we have continuous oxygen, so it's not as like distracting every time I breathe in. And then YouTube shorts that I had ready, and then I had something other than Dead Space, the next part that's been waiting for forever. Yeah, I know we have to go. You be ready. I told everyone that we got to be out of here. I'll put it on the GPS. Just wear for you whatever's comfortable. It's in the dryer. Yeah, your stuff is in the dryer. I did a load for you right now. I'll put it in my GPS so I know exactly like the last second for us to cut it close. We're leaving soon, little boy, and you're just gonna have to chill with me. Okay. I can be there no later than 5:45. Right now, if I left out the door, it'd be 5:20. Uh-oh.
Got you now.
Yes, I want to dip my toe in Armored Core for sure. And I want to I wanted to get the early access copy to Dead Rising again. The Doctor, thank you.
That I say. Usually much smarter than the things that I say.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Everyone help hashtag the doctor over there. The come on, Ada. Where was my mind? Oh crap, Crazy Cooney. When does Silent Hill 2 remake even come out? I've been out of the loop because my dad's been trying to die. My son's other grandpa is currently dying. And I've been living that single dad life where I get no breaks. What when does Dead Rising 2 remake? And okay, October, I got time for that. Okay, that's the one I really want to get early. When does Dead Rising come out? Am I too late to make a deal with the company to get it early so I can start recording? Oh, it doesn't matter. I've got this. If I made early recordings, it'd be interrupted by this. Yeah, Dead Rising is a complete remake with a complete engine. It's from scratch, being redone. Okay, hopefully I get the machine with continuous oxygen soon enough.
Bravo. Gonna burn me alive now.
You'll never get your filthy hands on the G.
I'm not the only one after it. You realize that.
And you won't die alone.
If it's in a couple weeks, then I still got time. In a couple weeks means we got time for the oxygen machine to get to me, oxygen concentrator. So you don't have to hear me sniffling. We just have to hide the nasal cannula so everyone doesn't go, what's wrong? Okay, show up to a stream and you know what's wrong, and I'll post a thing in the community post. And I'll make a video about what's wrong, and then if anyone asks what's wrong, we just have to lose all hope for them. And I'll make a short saying, long story short, of what's wrong. And then we'll, I will make a short, a community post, and a video saying what's going on. And if someone can't even watch a YouTube short for 1 minute to get caught up, then there's no point of saying what's going on. But we're gonna hide the nasal cannula. See, here's my secret. This one is from CVS, and it has these pads that that are supposed to make it so it doesn't hurt like your face to wear it for as long, because it's on my face. I get 16 hours plus it per day, and it's got these pads on it. But you guys can't see it, but I need my ear padded, so I hide it under the ear thing. Don't tell my secrets, though. I just did a Legend of Zelda secret. Hey, if you blow up this side of the mountain, don't tell anyone the secret that if you blow up the side of the mountain, you get 30 rupees. Anyone remember that from the original Legend of Zelda? Hey, no one tell the secret. You blow up some rocks. You don't tell a secret?
Ada?
Oh, it's September 19th, according to Google. Oh, crap.
Where are you?
Oh, people have made comments of being unsubscribing. Can't stand that mic sound over and over. Stop griefing people by what? This is a literal comment I erased this morning. Oh my God, unsubscribe, something like that. Can't stand that mic sound. Find a better way for griefing or something like that. So I don't know what to tell you. That's the generalized consensus about if I were to produce a video right now with this one, hearing that big gasp. I do have a backup plan. I could just play it in 10-minute stints and see if I can get my breath back in between.
That's a pleasant smell.
But people, the internet's mean. The noise from the oxygen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People think I'm showing up on streams and griefing by having an oxygen concentrator. I wonder if people realize that if you use oxygen when you don't need it, that you get oxygen toxicity and you'll get very sick very fast. It'll set in as little as 24 hours, and anyone who's attempted to use oxygen when their body did not need concentrated oxygen will land themselves in the hospital. So I don't know what part of this is in that category, because if I truly didn't need it, I would have been in the hospital by now. If my body did not need it, then Dunzos. That was a cassette tape. Yeah, so I'm not griefing with this. It's not a prop. This isn't actually, I'm actually getting oxygen. And if I didn't need it, you would see very quickly that all of a sudden I'm in the hospital for being a dumbass. Also, they would see the difficulties of getting a hold of one. Yeah, I got it as a prop. No. Well, I don't tell them to get lost. They just they tell me something and then they unsubscribe and they leave a mean comment on my channel. They'll leave a mean. I guarantee this stream and the next one, people will be like, "Why can't you just go and afford your own stuff if you need it that bad? Stop making people feel bad for you to pay for your own bills." Like, unsubscribe. There'll be plenty of people who unsubscribe because I'm doing these streams. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean, what can you do? I can't please everyone. I can't come close to pleasing, it feels like, anyone lately. Everyone has, it feels like I'm inconveniencing or there's a problem that I can't fix or I'm responsible for. Or that, like, you know, me being involved actually made it worse, or I'm the problem. But when it comes to things like oxygen, they can suck it. They can just suck it. They can, I don't care.
Where'd she go?
Here we go. What time did we make it here in? Oh, I'm still under time. 1:15 is the time that you're looking for. We still did it. Yeah, the only thing you could do is try to not let it bother you. When I was a young man. I'm about to have to go, so I'm gonna try to do this part and then save, so I don't have to repeat this. Like, I'm just gonna go down there, collect stuff, and bring it right back. Many people think YouTube is not my main job, so when I actually produce content, my YouTube paycheck does go up, so my dependence on live streams and what people do out of the generosity of their heart goes down. That is the truth. So, like, I do have people who have a valid point to make, which is, if you're gonna sit there and complain, then don't complain when you don't even put out content and ask everyone for something. Then there are people who are writing me essays about, look at this guy, thinking he's so good and whatnot. He puts out one guide and think he owns the world and can ask everyone. I've gotten that too. That person went on to give an essay of how I'm a fraud and how they are something across the pond from some country that I don't want to name because I know people in that country probably don't ascribe to that kind of tomfoolery and douchebaggery. But some country across the pond. Hey, Deontay. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, they are. You can't satisfy everyone. Subscribe for like. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, haters gonna. It's just always it's a thing. You try your best to get over it. One bad comment can ruin your day. Anyone knows that. Oh, you guys get the benefit though of when I get back. I got like 5 more minutes. When I get back. Oh boy, once I actually go. Everyone hashtag Deontay over there. I actually do have something going for me for all of this. When I actually go do physical therapy, the exercise helps me expand my lungs. So the movement, the ability to actually get up and go, getting muscles going, slowly and slowly, I can actually start breathing into that part of my lung that supposedly was not going to be more than just like a showpiece. Now, I do get the feeling of drowning, but when I get through that part, yeah, we gotta leave in the next 5, or little boy, I know. I'm doing this part and like jumping out of the chair. It says would be there at 5:30 if we left right now. Ooh boy. Yeah, I'm not getting the key and coming back this way. Let's go. This is an S plus runner. What am I thinking? One bad comment can just get your day down. It sucks. Yeah, good news always feels good. The good news is that when I get back, I will have suffered on... I'm probably going to choose the elliptical to make sure my guts stay in easier. So I don't have to worry about pushing in my guts over and over because I don't want to wear the herniation brace. Because the herniation brace hurts when I wear that. And also when I run on the treadmill, my shoes just are breaking more and more. And I just don't want to feel like I'm running on pebbles the whole time. Like, my shoes served me faithfully for just over 6 years. It's now time that they have to retire soon. I'll probably put the shoes I'm looking for on the wish list. Telling people if they want to help me through physical therapy, there's one more thing you can do. Here's a pair of shoes. I gotta really look for that if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I just need shoes. You know you running on a tight budget when, like, how can you help out the business? Well, I need to get better. How can you get better? I need shoes. I need to go find out, like, for shoes and all that. I need to... Hold on. I need to go look up brand and everything. The person who did my hair, who I still haven't paid her the entire price for doing it, she is a physical trainer. She's a trainer, and she's like advised me on, like, she's like, do you do street running / treadmill, or do you do like controlled other? I'm like, street. She's like, all right, you do marathon or you do like faster sprints? I'm like, I get back. I don't. The best I've ever done really is a half marathon because I actually I go for, you know, a mixture of endurance, all that. She's like, all right, I got you covered. This is the shoes you need for this and that. And I'm like, all right. I mean, she knows what she's talking about. I'm gonna go with her judgment on this. Like, I opened both of them. If I didn't, then I'll just get right back out. And so, like, she's just like, all right. She's over here doing all this other stuff while she's retraining for a marathon, because the last marathon she ran, she got the big C, and she's been spending the last half a year getting her body back up to speed so that she can go back and start running marathons again. And so we're both been in the same boat. Here's why I would put shoes on there, because here's the good news though. I like singing, and for anyone that's been here long enough, you've never really heard the best I can do for my singing voice. Either because after COVID or before that, I had just like started singing lessons and then I stopped them because I needed money. So like and then most of my life it's 5:15. Yeah, that's why I'm stopping. Like I paused it and I saved it. So I'm about to get up out of the tree. I'm just saying, when I come back, I'm not gonna schedule the stream. Just everyone here know that I'll probably start on the treadmill, on the elliptical. Let's assume 6 o'clock. Like, I'm going slow and getting everything started up slow. I start at 6 o'clock. I go for 42 minutes now with 5-minute cooldown. I gotta get my breath back, so that puts me at 7, and then I have to drive back here. So that puts me at 8, right? Did I do the math correct?
On a little-known secret of comedy. Bad things aren't funny
I really
when they
appreciate
happen
that.
to Daddy.
Thank you.
What about Mommy?
Oh, Mommy's fair game. Go for the throat.
Everyone hashtag Sarah, thank you. So yeah, that puts me at 7:30 to 8ish that I'm back on camera if everything goes smooth. I will try to, from my phone, schedule the stream so you guys have a 30-minute heads up before I leave the gym. Good evening, Andy. You're catching a stream at the end, but we're starting back up in just over like in an hour 30 minutes, 2 hours 30 minutes ish, blah blah blah. We'll be here in the next one. I know you're with me in spirit, Cooney. I appreciate the help. So we're gonna keep going. Here's the thing. Here's the good news. When I come back from things like that and I catch my breath, my chest cavity is expanded from doing all the working out and breathing exercises, because until I do physical therapy, it feels like I'm kind of drowning again, trying, and it's a lot of pain. Like, you hear me taking all these breaths. If I take a breath deeper than that without continuous oxygen, which is what the bar is for, my body rejects that completely. So, and I'm going to have to say thank you to everybody from a list a bit later. I don't know if credits will cover it. Here's the good news. I can sing. I do breath exercises, but any physical therapist will tell you that does with respiratory, if you're able to sing, instead of doing the double your intake as your outtake with pushing, your diaphragm also does the same thing. And so I've been sitting here on a treadmill as long as, you know, I can chase a few people out. I've been sitting here just chasing people out because I don't care. Like they're just like, oh, the guy's singing again. I'm just like cranking tunes. And I've been getting better. I've been getting better at my breath control again. And even hurt and even going through physical therapy with all of those things, after every session, I can come back here and I'll have enough breath control to be able to be like, I got a song stuck in my head. I'm just over here just singing. I actually can sing. Just people don't usually believe me. I used to get paid for singing. In fact, the last time I got paid for singing was 2017. Come on, people. I was out of practice and I still was able to land a job that got me paid for singing. Come on. Let me run. I'll feel really bad if people don't get credits run at all. I'm right now. I'm hitting a button. Roll credits, please do it. So I'll hopefully schedule it, and you guys will get the heads up. Patrick, I'm getting better now that I'm having to sing during physical therapy. Shut it, Patrick. It's debatable. I have to actually talk to you. New subscribers, thank you for that. New channel members are flexing. You see how it doubled up? Rance, Larissa, Heinrich, Jody, Darkstar, Itsawuzel, Vikram, Reagan. With donations from Crazy Cootie, Hungry Kitty, Alyssa, Mike Noise, Chris Aracuna Matata, Chris Red, Johnny V 1083, Soul Bad Guy. Oh, that rhymes. That's why you have it like that. Kruski, I swear I mispronounced it. Jody, Sarah, Dribble or Deontay, Man I Love Frogs, The Doctor, Revenant of Daybreak, Larissa, Click, Majida, and William, with super chats from Marky, Quotivation, Sachu, Jeffrey, Smooth, Meldrick, Kelsey, the badgers are over there, Ellie, and Jody. Okay. That's the first part of our everything. I'm going to go now. We'll be back later. And maybe I'll sing some. Because I actually... I'll need to do one more round of breath exercises. So maybe you guys get to hear me take deep breaths. And we're just going to pick a random ass song. And I'm just going to play it and sing it. Maybe it's copyright free. I'll sing along to Final Fantasy XIV music while I'm sitting here playing, because technically it's breath exercises and they can't copyright strike me. Yes. We'll be right back at it. Because if we truly meet that goal, maybe we can get me some shoes too while I'm doing all my physical therapy. Maybe I can get shoes. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys back here really, really soon. Let me get out the door now. Bye. We'll be back. Patrick, I'll need your help for sound bits for auditioning better for other top 10 animes that are watched around the world, possibly. Bye. But don't hate me if I ask for help, please.